We tasted this and it is so good.
On some pulled pork, I could imagine. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Art of Creation Homestead. We're in the kitchen today. As I told you before, we have bought some peaches, a lot of peaches from the peach truck, and we're in the kitchen. Angela Kay is going to make a beautiful, she'll make and can, by the way. We're going to be canning a beautiful peach barbecue sauce. We've done a peach barbecue sauce before, a couple years ago. That was different than this one. This is going to be a nice smooth peach barbecue sauce. It's similar to our apple barbecue sauce we made last fall, but this one is going to be awesome. We're looking forward to it. So Angela Kay's over here at the stove, and she's going to show you what she's got going on.
So in this pot, we have 8 large peaches. If yours are smaller, you may want to use a few more. And those have been peeled and chopped up. And we have 2 cups of onion. I am using red onion because that's what we grew. But you can use any kind of onion you want. Just use a sweet onion. You're going to get better flavor out of a sweet onion. We have 3 cups of packed light brown sugar. And we have an entire head of garlic that is chopped up. And the smells are already amazing. And to this, we are going to add, and yes, I know this is a lot, but it can take it, a ½ cup of Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire, however you pronounce it, it's this. What's this here sauce?
Yeah.
And we have a cup and a half of apple cider vinegar.
Would you use organic or not, or is the mother one gonna mess it?
The mother won't mess with it.
Okay.
But it will kill the mother. The heat will kill the mother, so it's kind of pointless. You're using expensive vinegar to do nothing.
I got you. So just regular vinegar is just easier.
And we are adding a cup of apple juice. So now we are going to do about 5 tablespoons of prepared mustard.
Right.
Now I'm not measuring. I know about what a tablespoon looks like, so I'm just squirting in.
Hey, squirt.
That's what you call me anyways.
Squirt! Here you go, a squirt! Sorry, this is Andy Griffith references.
Yes, you will find a lot of Andy Griffith references on our channel.
Squirt! Hey, you call it a squirt!
Okay, now to this, we are going to add a teaspoon of salt. We may come back and modify that salt later. We may add a little bit more salt. It depends on, because you got to remember, that Worcestershire sauce is very salty.
I was gonna say, there's already salty things in there, so be careful.
And for a smoky element, I am adding 3/4 of a teaspoon of smoked paprika. Now, we're just going to stir all this together. Give it all a good stir. I know it seems like some odd ingredients in there.
And barbecue sauce is a bunch of odd ingredients.
It is. It's a hodgepodge of ingredients.
You always got to remember, too, if you have a sweet fruit of the apples that we use, the peaches, that changes a lot.
Yes. Now, you want to turn your heat on about medium-high and bring it to a boil and let it start boiling really good. And then I'll come back and show you what you do next when I can show you how good of a boil you want it at. We're now at a good rolling boil. See, when you stir it, the boil does not go down. So now you want to turn down your heat to about medium-low. That way it just simmers at this point. You want it to just simmer because that's what's going to get it to thicken really nicely. It's just simmering. You need to stir this often because with all the sugar in the peaches and the brown sugar, it can burn very easily. So you need to come back and stir this often. And you need to let this cook, let this simmer for about 30 minutes. Then we'll come back and I'll show you how to puree it. Because that's the next step, is to puree it. And then you'll let it cook down till it's thick. So we'll be back and I'll show you what it looks like when it's ready. It's been 30 minutes and it's already starting to thicken some. And the peaches are nice and soft now and the onions are nice and broke down. And it's ready to be pureed. Now at this point you can put it into a blender or a food processor and puree it. I am going to use an immersion blender. That way I don't have to move it off the heat. I can just go ahead and stick the immersion blender in and puree it. It's pureed now and it's nice and smooth. And now you just have to let it cook until it gets to your desired thickness, which could take about 15 to 20 more minutes. You just let it simmer. But before you start timing it, I would let it come back up to temperature, because as you can see, it's not bubbling anymore because the immersion blender took the temperature down. So see, now you're starting to see a few little bubbles here and there. So now it's starting to come back up. So now you can start timing it, and you want to continue to stir often because it could burn. After you get it pureed, you also want to taste it to see if you need any more salt, to see if you need anything else. And we tasted it, and let me tell you, it is amazing.
It's awesome.
So this is very exciting to us.
Now, if you want spice too, you could just add pepper flakes.
Yes, you could add crushed red pepper flakes.
Yeah.
You could add some cayenne. You could add some hot sauce.
Chipotle powder, whatever.
Anything that you want.
Yeah.
But as we've told you before, we like heat. Our stomachs do not like heat.
Yeah. I just don't want to be in pain when I eat.
Yes. So now we're going to let this thicken, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's there. It's been about a half an hour because we wanted it a little thicker.
You just cook it to your desired thickness, honestly.
It's been about a half an hour with us.
Yeah.
It's nice and thick, but not too thick, because it is a Carolina style sauce, so it's a little more watery. But you can get it, you can reduce it down thicker than that if you want to. We tasted this and it is so good. On some pulled pork, I could imagine. It is so good. Yeah. Now we're ready to jar it up and get it in the canner. Now I'm gonna, you wanna turn off your heat at this point. You wanna ladle it into your jar.
Make sure your jar hot and sterile, right?
Yes, your jar needs to be nice and clean and sterilized and nice and hot. I do mine in the dishwasher. And you want to leave a 1/2 inch headspace. Now you want to debubble it, because a thicker liquid like this, it's more important that you debubble a thicker liquid.
That's a good looking sauce, Angela Kay.
Yes, it is.
Man, that looks good. Look at that, y'all. Fingers. No. Look at them fingers. That's awesome.
Now you want to clean the rim of your jar. You want to grab a lid. I have them in some hot boiling water from the canner. And now you want to add on your ring. And you just want to put it down finger tight. You don't want to wrench it down, just finger tight. Now you want to take your handy dandy jar grabbers, put it into your canner. This is the Ball electric water bath canner. You want to make sure the water covers your jars by at least 1 inch. You can do this in just a regular stovetop canner or just in a stock pot that has a towel or a rack in the bottom of it. This one isn't quite full. Some people may go ahead and can that, but I'm just going to put it in the refrigerator, and we will use it with some chicken or some pork, and we will get to enjoy it.
Yep. Just shy of 4 jars. We only got 3 full.
If you add maybe 1 more peach,
yeah,
it would probably be 4 full. So now over here we have 3 pints, and you want to make sure you put a little bit of vinegar in your canner. That way hard water deposits won't form on your jars. Now, because this is the Ball electric water bath canner, you have a plate that goes on top of them to hold them steady in the canner. A regular stovetop canner will not have that. Now, you want to put the lid on, bring it back up to a boil. When you see it bubbles coming up really rapidly on top, you know it's back up to a boil. Then you want to set your timer for 15 minutes. You want to let this water bath process for 15 minutes. Then you will turn off your heat, let it sit for 5. And then I'll show you what we do next. Okay, it's been 15 minutes and then they've set for 5. Now we're ready to pull them out. You want to pull them straight up Don't tip them. I know there's water on there, but you don't want to cause a false seal.
Because if you tip them and that product gets in between the seal, or gets in between the lip of the jar, right?
Yes.
Before it seals, it could make it not seal right.
It may not seal at all, or if it does seal, it could come unsealed.
Okay.
So now you can either let that water evaporate, which it will take a while for that much water to evaporate, or you can just take a towel and just gently dab and let it absorb, but do not touch that popper in the middle because it could...
They don't press down, right?
Yes, just gently dab, and because you don't want to seal it yourself. And then you want to let this sit for 18 to 24 hours so that they cool off and set properly. And then you can store them. You can label the lids and store them away.
All right, there you have it. A beautiful and delicious peach barbecue sauce, canned up, ready to roll. And I gotta be honest with you, we might make some more tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. It's so good. But thank you guys so much for watching. We do appreciate it. My name is Jason. That's Angela Kay. It's Art of Creation Homestead. We love y'all, and God bless you, and goodbye.